Katie, I appreciate how you always make me laugh and bring me joy. Many people may not know her well enough, but Katie is really funny and a goof. You are always joking around and making me laugh. You know how to make me smile all the time. You know exactly how to bring me up when I'm feeling down. Katie, I appreciate your high level of integrity. You truly mean what you say, and when you commit to something, you make sure to follow through. I remember going to Minnesota and dropping you off, how you were crying and you did not want to go, but you did. You got out of your comfort zone and made the best of it. I see you constantly doing this in your life. Even though you come off reserved, you are willing and open to new ideas, and I really appreciate that. Katie, I appreciate how you think deeply and care about the important things. You always bring a different perspective on life and a fresh approach to problem solving. Additionally, you are always willing to ask the tough questions and address the issues. I respect how you are honest and direct when resolving conflict and your ability to ground yourself in the reality of each situation. I know this comes from your love for God and passion for His kingdom. Katie, I appreciate how dedicated you are in your home and work life. You are ultimately full of dignity. And I think this brings out your competitive side. Many people may not know this, but Katie is super competitive, and Dan Lathrop, he's somewhere in here, he can vouch for me. I respect how you have a drive and a fire that carries over into every area of your life. You are dedicated to your faith and teaching others. You are dedicated at work with training new hires and administering quality care. You're dedicated to leading multiple Bible studies, wanting each person to walk in the newness of life. You are truly God's hand extended to all the people you encounter each day. Katie, I appreciate your strong, quiet determination and your reliability. When we first started dating, I never doubted for a second that you were not committed. I saw this deep commitment manifest in your willingness to devote tremendous amounts of energy to ensure stability and mutually satisfying relationships in your family and closest friends. I knew from these examples that you stick to your promises to the very end. From day one, I knew you were all in. You were and still are passionate about us working things out no matter how difficult. As I reflect on the things I appreciate most about you these last few weeks and months, I thought to myself, man, that really sounds like a good friend. Katie, you truly are my best friend. You are loyal, honorable, trustworthy, and dependable. I'm so thankful that I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. Your reliable heart and deep commitment is something I will always cherish, and I thank God for every day of my life for truly giving me a gift. Katie, I love you, and there is no other person I would want to have by my side going through this journey called life, and I cannot wait to start. I love you.
Reece, I truly appreciate how you value honesty. From the first time I met you, I admired how genuine you were. You have never pretended to be anyone different. You are simply honest about who you are. You are a trustworthy person and have created a safe space in our relationship to have hard conversations. I admire your integrity and your faithfulness towards God and me. I know this commitment we both have for faithfulness, honesty, and integrity will shape the foundation of our marriage. Reece, I appreciate that you are an active listener. Through your actions, you patiently model how to truly listen. Thank you for pursuing me and making me feel known. This approach has allowed me to be more teachable and has brought about more humility in my life. So I believe this quality is what makes you successful in your job and all your relationships. One of the reasons my brother Caleb raves about cold showers is that they help us be tough. I told him I will never take a cold shower. Come to find out, I fell in love with the man who introduced Caleb. I really appreciate that you consistently reach outside your comfort zone. You are tough-skinned and you are willing to take risks. You do practical things to shape this tough-mindedness, bettering yourself for the kingdom of God, and encouraging you to do the same. I've seen this boldness shape your trust and obedience in God, and you have shown me what it means to talk to anyone, push through weak mindsets, and yes, even impact me to book a polar plunge for our honeymoon. Reece, I appreciate how you seek out ways to be helpful. It's a great quality. You are an observant person who anticipates the needs of others, and this has added greatly to my life. A couple weeks ago, you were driving us back to my house, and we were deeply engaged in conversation. You decided to take a different way home than normal, and you reached out and you said, "I'm going a different way this time." Mid-conversation, it was then that I realized that's exactly what I was going to ask. And you knew what I was going to say even before I knew it. I know they say men can't read women's minds, and I won't hold you to it, but you sure come close. And Reece, I really appreciate how you don't shy away from processing through weighty matters. I know you have wrestled through what it means to take me as your wife today, and prayed through the vows we are committing to before God. This is one of my favorite qualities in you. You don't make decisions lightly, and you are purposeful in what you do. I love you so much, and I'm so excited to spend the rest of my life with you.
In the presence of God our Father and in the midst of these witnesses, Reece and Katie have declared their love, pledged their faithfulness, and sealed their marriage covenant with rings. I therefore proclaim they are husband and wife.
So Reece and I met back in kindergarten in Mrs. Kosh's class, and ever since then, our friendship just took off. It really started growing at recess, where we were playing football in the parking lot, basketball, soccer at times, anything like that. And ever since then, we've gotten really close. We took numerous road trips around the country, got to see some amazing places, and that's when I really got to know the real Reece. He's an unbelievable leader, and no matter what was going on, what sport, he kept an upbeat positivity, and he was the first person, like if you struck out, got out, that guy in pitching, he was the first guy bringing you up, just knowing team first, and that's just a great mentality he's always had, and he brings that in everything he does in life. Another thing everyone always said about Reece was he's this nice, shy, sweet, innocent guy. But little do they know, he's an unbelievable master shenanigan planner. He had this crazy idea our senior year of high school after we beat Menasha in playoffs to have a picnic on top of our high school roof the day before graduation. And there's like a man-made ladder at the end of the science thing. And we just scurried on up, Reece, Jake, another friend and I. Little did we know, the cleaning service was below us, getting ready for graduation the next day, and they heard everything we were doing up there. So then we saw a cop car come by and with shining lights on. We ran as fast as we could to the man-made ladder. Reece and the other friend got down. Jake and I were not fortunate. Jake and I knew where the boiler room door was though, and we scurried out through the high school and ran all the way to the Hartwell water tower to be picked up by our other friend. Reece was not with him in his truck, and we were thinking, where the heck is Reece? Did he find a good hiding spot? He's not answering his phone. So we decided to go back and look for him. And within being by the high school in a minute, we got pulled over by a cop car. We learned Reece was in the back of the cop car. But like staying true he is, loyal, he did not rat us out, he did not give us up. Jake and I did most of the talking because our friend was ready to cave and tell the cop everything. The next morning, we had a meeting with our principal and our athletic director, and Reece, being Reece, this charming, great guy, he convinced them that after our rehearsal for graduation, we would clean up around the school, and we would take on graduation the next day, which allowed us to play in our regional final baseball game that day. And ever since then, we've just gone on many adventures, whether it was just Reece and I, Reece, Jake and I, and it's been just a crazy time, and I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. And then one day, Reece texted Jake and I, and he was unbelievably excited for this girl he met. And, you know, being guys, we talk about girls, and Reece just never gave us this type of feelings towards a girl, like never talked to a girl this way. So Jake and I just started getting really excited to meet her. And then we met Katie, and she was everything and more than what Reece promised. She's so thoughtful, kind, funny, and she, just like Reece, also likes to try to plan some crazy adventures that I'm just so gullible I go along with every time. It's been a true pleasure getting to know you, Katie, and I can't wait for the other memories we start making as a group. I just love you guys. Everybody raise your glass, and let's cheers to the new Mr. and Mrs. Frederick.
Reece and I have known each other probably since we were like 6 or 7 years old. We grew up playing sports together, and I always just admire Reece's discipline, his work ethic. He was always a guy like getting shots up after practice, taking extra swings. He was always very mature for his age, and he was like an older brother to me growing up. And, I just remember one time we were playing a basketball tournament at Freedom. We were like 12 years old at the time. And we just went for a layup. Some guy like tackled him. And they both hit the ground really hard. The whole gym kind of just went silent. And Reece gets up calmly, just holding his wrist. And he walks over to Jimmy, our coach at the time. He's like, "Yep, it's broke. Let's go to the hospital." And I remember thinking, like, what? Like, if I did that, I'd be on the ground, like, screaming and crying. Reece is just like, "What are we waiting for? Somebody take me to the hospital." After that, Reece was our best player. We lost our coach, and ended up getting killed that game. Carter and I were very lucky to have Reece as a friend growing up. No matter what we were doing, every teacher, every parent trusted Reece no matter what. So it's like, no matter what we're doing, we were okay. I could have been like, "Mom, Dad, I'm gonna go jump off a cliff with Reece," and they'd be like, "All right, have fun." Then they probably would have been like, "Wait, is Carter going?" This guy's gonna hurt himself. Yeah, not many people know Reece did have a wild side. In high school, we went on a ton of like summer missions. We would throw water balloons at cars. School's roof, like Carter said. We also stole a shopping cart. Reece is always a guy that was detail oriented and always had a plan to get us safe and out of trouble. But he's a very, very trustworthy guy. And most importantly, Reece is he's just a great man of God, and I'm lucky to call him a friend. But yeah, like Connor was saying, we have a group chat where we usually talk about sports and nonsense, but one day Reece is like, "Oh yeah, guys, I got a girlfriend." Like, that's not something you can't wait to be there, but when Reece talked to a girl in high school, it was a big deal because he was very picky, he had a very high standard, and I think it's safe to say that Katie definitely lives up to that standard. She's very smart, she's very funny, and most importantly, she loves Jesus. And I know that they're going to have a great marriage because they're both amazing people, and they both have God as a foundation. So I pray that God blesses the marriage, and let's raise a toast to Reece and Katie.
No, I'm the person that invited Reece over to the house. And I'm just so happy for both of you, and I actually just want to reflect back on the day that I met you, Reece. I had Ryan Nails here at your in crew. You come in late, I think like the last 10 minutes, and you come in with your baseball stuff, and you're just so enthusiastic, just love life. And I remember the first time meeting you, I was like, man, there's something really special about you. And we got to spend a lot of time together, a lot of intentional conversations, and you were really, really taking your faith seriously. And discipline is what a lot of people share, that when they think of Reece, they think of discipline, wholeheartedness. And I just remember being so taken back by, even though you were, new in your faith and working through this, like you were so mature in everything you did. And I just remember thinking, I'm like, I didn't even think of you, Katie, but I just was like, whoever you end up being with, you're going to be an amazing husband, an amazing future father, an amazing leader in what you do. And it was just really, really special for that season. And I bring this full circle because Katie, I've always loved you. You've always been mature beyond your years. You've always been really pure. A lot of people have shared that. It's just like you've been wholehearted and you cared very deeply. And I remember always asking you, hey, is there any guy in your life? And you always vowed, like, I thought you'd be 35, 40. I'm just super happy for both of you. Coming full circle, it makes a ton of sense. And it's just really cool to just come back to our conversations recently, because we talked about girls, we talked about our future, and to hear you explain what you were looking for, and then now to see that all come full circle. I felt like we were brothers before, and it's amazing to welcome you officially to the family. And so, to Catherine and Reece.
My name is Josh, and I'm also the brother of the beautiful bride. I know what you guys are thinking. How could there possibly be another one? There are more. I'm not the last one either. So, it's going to be short. Katie sent me a text. She said, if you want to give something short, and I've already probably taken most of my time just like this. But I was just reflecting in the past couple of days, as some of you guys know, I live in Spokane, Washington now, and I was heading out here. A couple of my friends, hey, where are you going this weekend? Oh, my sister is getting married. And they would always say, oh, what do you think of the guy? Good question. I've met him like 3 times. But when I would think about the answer, it would always be, I'm very comfortable with my sister marrying Reece. And that's for a couple of reasons. Every time I have met Reece, he has been such a genuine, God-fearing, hard-working, and just a great guy all around. Plus, what I would tell him is, if my dad is fine with it, he's not. So I was like, it's probably going to be okay. But what I started thinking about is, why do I really feel fine with this? It's because of who Katie is, honestly. And I think if you had asked me 6 or 7 years ago if I was fine with Katie picking a mate, if I was fine with that, I don't know if I would have been as comfortable, but I really have gotten to see Katie grow up. And I'm going to share 1 or 2 things about maybe why I wouldn't have felt comfortable with that. And in order for this not to become a Katie roast, we're just going to do 1 or 2, and then I'll talk a little bit about who I really see her turn into. So some of my first memories, I knew Katie ever since she was born, but some of my first memories of Katie was when she would sleep with me and Caleb in our room. Like, she was in this little bed, and we would just be trying to go to bed, and she would just be just singing, and we were like, go to bed. She just had so much energy, and I feel like I had a lot of energy as a kid too, and that should have brought us close together. But there was a lot of years that me and Katie did not get along. I can think of 100 times that we were in the car driving home and just not talking to each other. Just for some reason, either she wanted to drive or I wanted her to drive and she didn't want to drive. And she's very stubborn, if you didn't know that. If she wants something, it's going to happen. And I saw that all growing up. And she was very stubborn. Some of my siblings have said it. She was very stubborn on the fact that she was not getting married. And I said, we're going to get that. We're going to get a film of that so we can play that in her wedding, because I knew she was getting married. Never got that. I really, really wish we could be in here. So never got that, but she was very stubborn on that fact. So I remember this all came to a head when I was going away for about a year. And Katie, I remember I gave all my siblings a hug, and Katie went, I'm not going to miss it. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And honestly, in my brain, I was like, I'm not going to miss you either. And I really, I think we're decently genuine in those. Like we love each other, but in a not gonna miss you type of way. And when I was gone, something changed. And I saw maturity just flourish in Katie. And when I got back, the first thing she told me was, I did miss you. I really genuinely missed you. And I genuinely missed her too. And I got to see in years of being back how she has grown up, how mature she's been, going and getting a degree, something that I never was able to do. And not just something easy in biology, like something that's difficult that you had to put a lot of work into. I've seen you grow into a gorgeous young woman who desires the Lord, someone who it's really fun to talk to you just about anything. Like you have these opinions, and you're not like annoying in your opinionation. You're strong in it, and you're willing to listen, and I think that's amazing. And then one day, you call me up. I was in Spokane, Washington already, and we were just chatting. I don't think you led with it. We were just chatting. Oh, you have a boyfriend? I'm like, oh, really? And when you said that, I wasn't scared. I just knew that you were mature enough to find something good. And so that's why I'm so happy for this. And I wasn't nervous for a second, because I knew that you had that and you would find the right person. So this one is to Reece and Katie. They're married.
Considering I'm her sister, I've obviously known her my entire life, Katie. I've known my entire life, and with every lifelong friendship, you got the ups and you got the downs. I remember, this is the down. I remember one time at the Dells, Katie and I were supposed to share a bed, and Katie likes to sleep right in the middle, and apparently I was a kicker. So, long story short, she ended up on the couch, and I don't think we've shared a bed since. But we've done a lot of sharing, especially with our bedrooms, because we've shared a bedroom for probably 15 years, if my calculations are correct. And when we lived at our old house, when we shared a bedroom, Katie's bed was a lot closer to the light, right? And we'd always go to bed way before Naomi. And so I would get in, get all comfy, and then Katie would get in, get all comfy, and then she'd go, Lizzie, go turn off the light. And I'd be like, you're way closer. She'd go, Lizzie, go turn off the light. And so like 99.9% of the time, I would get up and go turn off the lights. But it was a blast sharing a room with you. She still does that. And anyone who knows Katie also knows that she loves her back massages and she loves her hand massages. But you'd think she was deprived of them as a child, right? You think she was always deprived. No, I've given her hundreds of back massages and hand massages every Christmas, every birthday. And so, but it was a delight. Most of them. And then another attribute that I love about Katie is her ability to lose all my socks and then blame it on me when she doesn't have enough socks for her. So that's another thing y'all have fun with that, Reece. So I'm actually excited when Katie So I go buy socks and actually keep them. But despite, all the times that I found random pieces of clothing throughout my room and in my bed whenever we watch movies, and all the times that I've had to refuse her puppy eyes when she wants a back massage, or the absurd amount of rewatches of Pride and Prejudice, I have cherished every moment with you as a sister, Katie. The saying that a sister is a built-in best friend is definitely true. You were the first person I told my testimony to and my struggles, the first person I've always wanted to go to for advice on every matter. Actually, now that you guys are together, you guys are both my first persons to go to for a lot of those. You never looked down an opportunity to share your faith to your classmates, and especially coming from someone who hates even talking to anyone in the grocery store, that is really powerful and amazing to me. I have loved watching you grow as a woman, as a Christian, but also as a bride and a wife. I'm not going to remind you of your fervent vow of never getting married, but it was amazing. Yeah, she had this vow, she didn't want to get married, but here she is, But it was amazing to see the Lord change your heart when you met Reece. I still can't get out of my mind your face when you came home from your staple date. And you said that Reece liked you. I did not believe it, but it wasn't a shocker at all. I have loved watching your guys' relationship blossom from those awkward conversations over a Packer game to here when you guys got married. Actually, funny story, I'm not going to take credit for it, but actually, she got Reece's phone number from my phone. Actually, I was the first one to have it. Yes, and I thought his last name started with a P. I thought his last name started with a P because it was Reece's Pieces, and I thought it was a P. It wasn't. But that I always thought that Reece was coming over our house just to enjoy the food or something. But then I thought, maybe it's about Katie, right? But then I told him, I'll wax your snowboard. But Katie wasn't going to be here. So I thought, he's not going to come. He did come, and I just found out he just wanted to bargain in a free waxing job on his snowboard. So that's Reece for you, getting a bargain in. But I'm glad that he did stay, because Reece, I am thrilled to invite you into the family and to call you brother. You have really become one of my siblings and one of my brothers. And it's felt like I've known you for a lot of years, not just 1 year. I love watching your love for the Lord grow, and the way that you hold integrity in your workplace and in your life. It's very convicting to me, and in the way that I live my life. I have found so much fun in the ways that we talk about politics and our love over liver. It's been so fun to get to know you and to watch you fall in love with Katie. And so, turn the page. So, although today is a kind of sad day because I've lived with Katie my entire life, and now it's starting a new chapter where I will not be living with Katie, I'm also super excited, and it's more of a joyous day because we're watching two of my favorite people, come as one. And what the Lord brings together, let no one separate, right? So let us raise our glass to Katie and Reece and a long and lasting marriage.
All right. Hello, my name is Naomi. I'm a matron of honor, and I am Katie's favorite older sister. Sorry. I have had the honor and the privilege to know, love, and grow with Katie for her whole life. She truly is one of a kind. Although Katie and I have not always been close, I am so thankful now that I count her not only as a sister, but a sweet friend. A few years ago, we were all introduced to Reece. He started getting invited to my parents' home, and he would spend a lot of time with her family. He was kind, gentle, and friendly. It was no wonder that it didn't take long for Katie to admit to me that she had a crush on him. I can't tell you how much joy it has been to watch them both grow in maturity and so much more together. Watching them fall in love has been such a privilege. The name Catherine, if you didn't know, means pure. I believe she truly lives up to her name. Katie is pure on what she puts out into this world. She purely desires the Lord and is passionate for his purpose for her life. She is purely driven, pure in kindness and in love. She will purely tell you what exactly she is thinking. She is purely obsessed with plants and bugs. Her laugh is pure and her heart is also. And of course, she has purely desired Reece and a life with him. The name Reece, if you didn't know, means enthusiasm. I also believe that he lives up to his name. He might not strike you at first glance as the most enthusiastic person due to his gentle nature, but when it comes to the things that he loves, he is purely very enthusiastic. He is enthusiastic about his faith and walking with the Lord. He is enthusiastic about his passions and sports and exercise. He is enthusiastic about his sleep schedule and meal prepping. And of course, he is enthusiastic about marrying Katie and building a future with her. I am so blessed to be a part of your guys' story. And I want to officially welcome Reece into our beautiful, crazy, and large family. And I wish for you guys to have a purely enthusiastic marriage. Cheers, everyone.